Good day, everyone, and today we're going to report about the major contributions of Middle East countries in the development of science and technology. The reporters would be Joy Mercado, Jasmine Olarte, Jonas Luis Rones, Ronald Vergara, and Zaira Twain Vicente. And these are the major inventions that we will be reporting for today. First is algebra and the algorithm, second is pulmonary circulation, third is coffee, fourth is flying machine, fifth is hospital, and sixth is music. Starting off with Al-Khwarizmi, he was a 9th century Iranian mathematician who is often referred to as the father of algebra for his scholarship in the subject. He also invented algorithm, which defines as the steps for calculation for the solution of a problem. His invention of algorithm was used by him to solve the second order equation. His invention of algebra and algorithm paved the way for the Age of Enlightenment. The second one would be Ibn al-Nafis. He was an Arab physician, scientist, and philosopher who was born in 1213 in Damascus and died in 1288 in Cairo. He is famous for providing the first description of the pulmonary circulation and the first person to challenge the long-held theory of Galen's school that blood could pass from the right to the left side of the heart through the small pores in the interventricular septum. He believed that all the blood that reached the left ventricle passed through the lungs.
Ayan. My report would be about coffee, one of my favorite things in the world. Did you know that coffee was said to be found in the Ethiopian plateaus, but was discovered by a goat herder by the name of Goat Herder Kaldi. It was said na when he discovered coffee, he did not keep it to himself kasi he saw na why is it that my goats, when they eat this fruit, they became very energetic and enthusiastic. So what he did was he brought this to the monastery, and then later on they created the drink out of it, and it was used even for spiritual and religious purposes by this priest, that it was used to keep them awake for their nightly prayers. And until now, this same coffee is being used by friends talking together and people meeting together. So that is coffee.
They are also known for the construction of the hospitals. The hospital came to be when the king of the Bui dynasty decided to construct the hospital a few years before he died. He provided the funding of the hospital from the properties that he owned. This right here is the medallion of King Adud, the patron of the Al-Dudi Hospital. It is considered as one of the most innovative and modern hospital in the medieval Islamic time period. It is an institution for learning and practicing medicine. This is the portrait of the physician known as Razes. He was involved in choosing the location of the Al-Dudi Hospital. It is said that different areas of the city were tested by hanging meat and choosing the place that resulted in the minimal amount of the decay of the meat. Over the following decades, 34 more hospitals sprang up throughout the Islamic world and continued to grow each year.
Al-Kindi was one of the notable early theorists of Arabic music. He published some tracts on musical theory and identified 12 tones on Arabic musical scale. Period of Islamic music begins with the advent of Islam about 610 CE as a new art, developed from pre-Islamic Arabian music. As what they said, music is the language of the soul. People express what they feel through music, and to some, music is their coping mechanism whenever they are stressed.
Abbas, son of Furnaz. He is the first person to construct a flying machine and fly in the year of 875 AD. He designed a wing apparatus roughly resembling a bird costume with the help of a pair of wings built by silk, light bamboo wood, and a real feather. He jumped off in the cliff of Yemen's Jabal al-Arus mountain and glided in the air, staying in the flight for at least 10 minutes. Then the short flight left him injured. He realized that because he neglected the mechanic of landing and he couldn't balance his flight in the air, and ended up crash landing. It was said that his design had been inspired the famous Italian inventor Leonardo da Vinci after hundreds of years.